The landscape of audio storytelling is often confined by the limitations of traditional narration, but Josh Fagin, a master of immersive psychological suspense and mind-bending speculative mystery, shatters those boundaries with The Space Within Season 2. This isn't a mere continuation of a story. It is a visceral, deeply intense plunge into the fragmented architecture of human consciousness, the perilous collision between objective reality and the haunting internal echoes of our own forgotten trauma, and the terrifying truth that some memories are not just pieces of the past, they are predators. Fagin hooks his audience instantly by constructing a high-stakes, hyper-focused trap. An investigator searching for a missing loved one discovers that the space within, a theoretical liminal dimension of the mind, is not only real, but is being weaponized by a mysterious force to erase the very identity of its visitors. The narrative center zeroes in on the protagonist's descent into the increasingly unstable, reality-distorting echoes of the mind. As they navigate the labyrinthine, hallucination-ridden corridors of this mental dimension, they realize that their own memories are being rewritten in real time, replaced by false, curated narratives designed to keep them trapped in a cycle of eternal searching. The investigation into their own displacement quickly escalates into a dangerous, high-stakes psychological chess match as they discover that the architect of this dimension is a manifestation of their own deepest suppressed guilt, an entity dedicated to ensuring no one ever finds their way back to a singular, stable truth. Forced to juggle the logistical nightmare of maintaining a coherent sense of self, the constant suffocating threat of cognitive dissolution, and the mounting undeniable encounter with versions of their own shattered life, they must synthesize a new way of existing, one built on radical self-awareness, deep-seated emotional integration, and an unyielding, purely human refusal to be erased by the very ghosts they brought with them. Fagin's writing style is unapologetically atmospheric, deceptively fast-paced, and saturated with an intense, authentic blend of metaphysical dread, dry existential wit, and high-stakes sonic beauty. He builds exceptional structural tension by pairing the mundane, aching routines of the investigation, analyzing fragmented audio logs, tracking down spectral leads, and navigating the quiet, crushing weight of isolation with the chaotic, nightmare-filled assaults of the mind's shifting vistas. The story moves forward with a relentless, momentum-driven energy, turning routine psychological introspection, calculated probes into the environment, and tense, high-stakes standoffs with reality-warping manifestations into pulse-pounding steps closer to an inevitable breakout. The presentation thrives on this sharp, emotional focus, making every station passed, every alternative self encountered, and every deep-seated fear confronted feel like a high-stakes victory for the human spirit. What makes The Space Within Season 2 an exceptional entry in the audio speculative genre is Fagin's unparalleled ability to develop a highly compelling, logic-driven hero whose psychological trauma is treated as a supreme navigational asset rather than a tragic weakness. Watch as they transform their experience with loss into a compass, learning to navigate the chaotic tracks to outmaneuver an entity that operates with absolute terrifying precision. As the structural walls of the mind begin to collapse and the true scope of the mystery is exposed, the pacing transforms into a breathless, heart-pounding race to maintain the shred of truth they carry before their consciousness is permanently unstitched. The final act is an absolute masterclass in suspense, delivering a barrage of explosive emotional realizations, shattered perceptions, and a spectacular, jaw-dropping climax that completely leaves the listener thoroughly stunned. For fans of immersive storytelling demanding a brilliant, character-driven, and masterfully paced exploration of time, memory, and the paths not taken, this production delivers an unforgettable